Welcome back to the Beat 139. I'm Doc.
I'm Don Vito. How y'all feeling? Welcome back. We got our second guest for the evening. You know, he goes by the name of Hollywood Fergie. He came from all the way up top from Connecticut to come down here to represent Harlem. You know, so we're gonna play one of his tracks right now and show you what he's working with.
Yeah. What's the name of this track, Ferg?
This that ALPO, man. Whew, controversial song, man.
All right, let's hear it. Let's get it. Controversial.
Now, my situation now, we get it. Just my situation now. A lot of people, poet snitching, poet telling. Yeah, if that's what you want to call it, then that's what you call it. But Pope calls it looking out.
I'm tired of chasing cash in the hood. I can rap like pocket, ain't no business like I should. ALPO never ratted on it from his hood. As far as I'm concerned, in my book, they good. Streets is a myth, you know they kill you if they could. Watch the gun, Nipsey down in his own hood. Rest in peace, sheets, you know these ain't no good. Look how they do a boys trying to make it out the hood. Hit the strip, flip a brick, poachers got the spaceship. Watch they face when he pull up, you know they on some hate shit. Banana clip, hit up your whip, niggas going H. Remember, keep your grass low and watch out for the snakes. Can't now trust the soul, cause nowadays you never know. Dudes will set you up for the low. Don't believe me, ask an pole. Head to toe and dap the damn outfit costs a couple grand. I don't know why you kill your man. Down in DC getting paid, getting laid. I just turn that shit to lemonade. I'm tired of chasing cash in the hood. I could rap like pocket, ain't no business like I should. ALPO never ratted on it from his hood. As far as I'm concerned, in my book, that nigga good. Streets is a myth, you know they kill you if they could. Watch the gun, Nipsey down in his own hood. Rest in peace, cheats, you know these niggas ain't no good. Look how they do a boys trying to make it out the hood.
Now you gotta care about that. I was shaking his hand. There was enough rest because they walked right on. I mean, it wasn't no like from a distance. As I was shaking his hand, they walked right on and put the gun right to his forehead. Was it a daytime? Yeah, daytime. After basketball game, I just got finished playing basketball. The basketball tournament. And I did that for the police, right?
Absolutely. Okay.
Well, they were ready on me, so that just like let them know. Because later on, when they finally arrested me, they was like, man, you was killing off everybody.
Hey yo, damn Po, let me know why you clipped him in CO. Why you weren't rich and said you did it all for principle. How you killed this squirrel, you killed niggas. Sad part about it, her Wayne was a real nigga. Now I don't trust the fucking soul. Cause nowadays you never know. Dudes will set you up for the low. Don't believe me, ask the nigga Po. Down in VA getting bread. Sneaky, you the feds clapped you up. Now you giving statements on your deathbed. Next day you wanna run, paranoid with a gun. 5 minutes from the White House, sick as time bomb. I'm tired of chasing cash in the hood. I could rap like pocket, ain't no business like I should. ALPO never ratted on it from his hood. As far as I'm concerned, in my book, that nigga good. Streets is a myth, you know they kill you if they could. Watch the gun, Nipsey down in his own hood. Rest in peace, cheats, you know these niggas ain't no good. Look how they do a boys trying to make it out the hood.
Another thing, again, to the young cats, to the older cats, because I get a lot of that feedback from, man, I ain't totally come home. Totally with you.
Okay. Hollywood Fergie.
Controversial shit, you know.
Hollywood Fergie.
Fuck I do.
Okay.
Hollywood.
So let's start the show all right, man. Tell everybody where you from, bro.
From Hartford, Connecticut, man.
Hartford, Connecticut in the
Born and
building.
raised, man. You know.
I was like in Hartford.
Man, Hartford, man, I always tell niggas, man, it's Hartford like baby Ethiopia, man. And I say that because we ain't nothing else, man. Ain't nothing like us, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nothing like us. Like, you have to go through a lot of shit. Like, we 2 hours from New York.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna drive all the way there, and when you get there, it's gonna be a whole different dimension.
Right.
It ain't nowhere else.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's how I can describe it. Ain't nowhere else. It's a horror story. Man.
So coming up in Hartford, Connecticut, right?
Yeah.
As a young brother, what kind of things did you see, man, coming up?
I've seen it all, man. I mean, everything. I mean, from gang violence, drugs, poverty. But it's a lot of good shit niggas seen too, but
Right.
when you talking about the fucked up shit, that's what niggas seen. Like,
Harvard's the capital.
yeah, it's a capital.
Is Harvard is big?
It's big, yeah. It's big. I mean, it's not big in the sense like, I mean, you can circle the city in 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that big like that, but what we got, 110,000? Somewhere? 145,000?
45,000 people. Y'all got east and west side too, right?
North and the south.
North and south, yeah.
Yeah, north and the south. I'm from the north end,
So how was it out there?
as far as what?
You know, I want people, you know, we have a lot of people from all over tune in. We have people from New Mexico, people from Colorado. You know, they tune in, so they be curious about different
It's
parts
hard,
of
it's
it.
hard to describe it in a sense, like, I feel like Hartford is like the blueprint. If you wanna know about every hood in America, we the blueprint for every hood, like. And I say that because even like a lot of these shows, like Good Times, all that shit was written by a nigga from Hartford. You know what I'm saying? All these black shows y'all grew up watching, the majority was written by this dude Norman Lear. This dude Norman Lear was the executive producer of all these shows, Good Times, Different Strokes. So if you grew up watching these black shows and you felt black in America, that shit was coming out of Hartford. Because a lot of them ideas and shit, he grew up in Hartford.
Okay.
So he went on to be very successful making all these black shows, and that was really coming out of Hartford, man. A lot of people don't know that. I don't know if y'all watched that growing up.
Oh, absolutely,
That's
absolutely.
what I'm saying. I see it. Like, I don't know.
I watch it now.
I don't know who.
This is
I
the
know the
blueprint
name.
for black
I know the
television.
name, no, but I never knew he was from.
Yeah. I see the name,
Norman
yeah.
Lear. He was born in New Haven, but he grew up in Hartford.
Okay.
So Hartford, you know, you go to Hartford, when you go into the town, what you see? You see poverty, you see middle class people, you see drug selling. What you got? Because you said Hartford, the way you describing Hartford. Tell the people what you mean, you know?
Let me explain Hartford. First of all, we are the insurance capital. That's for one. We got big money out there, but that money don't circulate in, you know, the ghetto like that. You know what I'm saying? It circulate in other forms like medical and food stamps, and we got a good education system. But as far as like, it's a lot of money there, but everybody broke in the hood. Niggas living check to check. You know what I'm saying?
Why is that though? Why is that?
I'll tell you the truth, I don't know. I can't tell you.
So where the money going, man? You say circulate, but where?
Well, you gotta think about it, like, the Jews keep their money in their own community. You know what I'm saying? So, if the Jews are making most of the money in that area, they're not gonna recirculate that money back into the black community. The Jews keep their money in their community.
Right.
We got a lot of Jews on the outskirts of Hartford.
Right.
Like the West Hartford area, Simsbury, and these people are controlling everything.
Filthy rich.
Yeah, it's filthy rich out there, you know what I'm saying? We like the richest state, or the second richest state in the country.
Yeah.
Hartford though, was at once I think like the poorest city. And that was a big thing on the news, because they're like, how is the richest state, but Hartford showing up as the poorest city? Because they probably really using the numbers of the blacks and the Puerto Ricans as this is Hartford. But on the outskirts of Hartford, they turned it into counties. You got East Hartford, you got West Hartford, you got all these counties surrounding Hartford that don't count as Hartford.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But that's where the Jews got their houses and they shit going on, and they control it. You know what I'm saying?
But see, my knowledge of Hartford, or even just Connecticut, period, a lot of people migrated from New York City and moved to Hartford. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people wanted to get out of the city and go to the suburbs, so they either went upstate New York or they come to Hartford. Huh?
You been here in Hartford.
Yeah, I move around a little bit, man, you know? Move around.
Yeah, we the home of Marlon Star, you know.
Yeah,
Marlon
yeah.
Starr,
Yeah,
the boxer.
Yeah,
Marcus
yeah.
Camby. It's a
Marcus
lot of good
Camby,
niggas
yeah,
came out
Marcus
the
Camby,
hood.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We really a serious ass town. It's a small town, but we put so much influence throughout the whole country that when you really do the research, you be like, God damn, J.P. Morgan, these niggas had their shit right downtown Hartford.
Yeah.
They ran the world.
What about UConn?
UConn's right there, but
Shit,
it's
I'm
like,
talking
it's like 30, 40 minutes away.
Yeah, UConn. You know, UConn basketball is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Men and
We got
women.
the best basketball program, but
Yeah.
like I said, as far as like the hood, they ain't doing nothing for the hoods, man.
So ain't really
none of
no-
that money circulating.
Ain't really no rap artists came out of Hartford, right?
Oh yeah, it's a lot of niggas that nobody got a deal.
Yeah. So you gotta be that first one.
What you say?
You got to be that first one.
See, I ain't really concerned about the rap shit all like that, cause like to me, these rap niggas is clowns, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you really look at it, I'm not gonna aspire to, what you really gonna get out of the rap game? Only the 1% make it to the Jay-Z level and all that.
Mhm.
Other niggas make what, 2-3 million? That ain't no real money to strive for. If you think about it. And then half of these niggas, they ain't even invested none of that money back into the community. They ain't doing nothing for niggas. Like, this ain't the time and era no more where niggas gonna be jumping in niggas' faces with Bentleys and cars and all this, and niggas is going through it.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
fuck we supporting you for?
Yeah.
It don't make no sense. You ain't doing shit with the money, real.
Yeah.
You ain't bringing that money back to nobody and opening up nothing. What the fuck we supporting y'all
That's
for?
true, yeah.
What the fuck niggas is doing this for? I don't get it no more. Like I'm 41 now. I don't look it, but you know what I'm saying? I did this rap shit already. I made it already. You know what I'm saying? I never got the big bag out of it. But if I got the big bag out of it, I would have did something real with it.
Yeah.
These niggas right now, they using their bag to sell their image back to niggas. That's fucked up.
Yeah, yeah.
Where the fuck this, like, where do we get off with this shit? I'm gonna tell you the truth, all this shit need to come to an end. Cause it is coming to an end. That's why all these niggas in the house now. They don't know, motherfuckers got something for their ass. They let y'all get your little bag up, these little athletes on them, but they shutting niggas down now. You think these niggas ain't counting the bag, looking at niggas coming up and saying, hold up, this nigga getting 100K a show, this nigga getting 80K. Shut all this shit now. Them niggas ain't getting shit. Go in the house. Nigga.
You got a good point there, man. You
Fuck
know?
matter with y'all. But then y'all wanna get on Instagram and flash the jury back to niggas that's fucked up,
Yeah.
niggas going through it. It's real shit going on.
Yeah.
It ain't time to party the nigga shit no more like that.
Nah, it ain't.
It ain't time for that, man.
Nah, it
It's
ain't.
time to get real. Cause this shit is closing.
Yeah.
And we ain't looking around and shit closing. It's over.
And like I tell people, you know, as of, last couple months, that this is gonna be around for a minute. It's gonna be, they call it the new normal for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody, a lot of businesses, like I told you, like Planet Fitness just filed 100 Planet Fitness, 100 of them just filed bankruptcy. Burger Kings, a lot of different businesses are going down, and when they say the new normal is that this in the house, shut the athletes, in the house. They want to start the NBA back up. They trying to figure it out.
And some players blocking it.
Yeah,
Kyrie, he don't want to go back.
yeah, he said it
He
the
started
other day.
his own league.
Yeah, now, my man, what's his name, Kaepernick, he went down with the knee. Now everybody going down with the knee. Now Goodell, the commissioner, he talking about if Kaepernick want to come back, he wouldn't mind. He'll allow him to come back. Come on, Chet. You want to say that before? And being that people dropping the knees that now he can come back and play. That dude ain't coming back, man. Get out. I ain't coming back here. So it is the new norm. The new norm is like you said, sit your ass down. We shutting everything down. Some of y'all might make it through, but a lot of y'all not.
We don't even know if niggas bust a triple reverse on us and had Kaepernick do all this shit. We don't know if Kaepernick working for these motherfuckers.
You don't know?
Ain't nobody ever said no shit like that. What the fuck he really losing?
Right.
He ain't losing nothing, man. He only gaining.
Yeah, he gaining. Ain't
And
no
then at the
question.
He
end
just
of
got
the
some money
motherfucking
from
day,
somewhere, right?
They
He
gave him
set
some
some
money.
shit off.
Yeah.
He set a lot of shit off for that kneeling down shit. But at the end of the day, to get on some real shit, I don't want to get too deep in on this shit because that ain't what this interview about. But this Black Lives Matter shit, This is being done as the last validation for the whole world to see. All motherfuckers running outside calling themselves black. Yeah, go ahead and do it. Because first of all, it's funded by the Clintons and George Soros. We know this.
It's your service.
We know this is a fact. This ain't no conspiracy theory shit. This ain't none of that. These niggas funded this shit, and these niggas is pushing this agenda. At the same time, we got the census. Everybody's getting shit in the mail about the census shit, all at the same time. Validate your ass as black if you want. Black is a color. That ain't no motherfucking nation, man. So you go on record to the rest of the world with all the cameras running, and run out there and call yourself black. Because now, I'm gonna flip it. In the all the way up to the 1800s, they called us Ethiopian. That's a fact. Then they switched all that to black, nigger, negro, colored, all these terms. Now, bringing up the space, where we at? African American now? We call ourselves African American, right? The fuck is African American? Africa is a continent. That ain't no nation. Ain't none of these motherfuckers running around calling themselves European American. These motherfuckers call themselves Polish American, Russian, whatever they got dual citizenship of their nation. That's what they running around calling themselves. But niggas run around calling themselves black, which is a fucking color. Now, don't get me wrong. You know what Ethiopia means? In the 1868 Webster Dictionary, going back to the 1800s, the definition for Ethiopia is a black person. Point blank period. Why? Because the whole continent of Africa was called Ethiopia at one point. And the Atlantic Ocean was called the Ethiopic Ocean. You understand that? But the place called Ethiopia that remains to this day is that same land, that biblical land where the rivers flowed out of the Garden of Eden. That's the one last place on earth that any quote-unquote black man or black woman could call themselves sovereign, because Ethiopia never bowed down to any European rule. They never been colonized other than the time that Mussolini ran in there for 5 years and occupied it, but they did not colonize Ethiopia. Selassie ran their ass out of there. So at the end of the day, we got sovereignty at stake right now. To the rest of the world, if you're known as black, the shit that niggas is doing as far as our civil rights concerned can never be brought into the international criminal courts. Why? You don't have to see that at the United Nations. There's no black flag. Where I see that at the United Nations? Where I see, if a cop violate a motherfucking Ethiopian, a sovereign, his ass can go to motherfucking international criminal court for that. We need to get these cops the fuck out of this court system, which ain't, they're working for, and stop calling yourself black, because the black shit is over. We're not black. And how this motherfucking nation only been here for 4 years, how you gonna tell me what I am? They telling us everything. Look what I just brought you through. They called us Ethiopian all the way up to the late 1800s. Then what they did, they started calling us different names, separating from the nation, because Ethiopian is sovereign. They got no jurisdiction over us as an Ethiopian. No jurisdiction at all. They'll find themselves in pure violation, and the rest of the world is watching us right now. But guess what we doing? We running out validating ourselves as being black. So when the shit do go down, when the National Guards and everything comes shut down, all your rights gone. Because you don't exist. Due to the Dred Scott decision. That's Supreme Court decision that you don't exist. If you go around jacking that you a descendant of a motherfucking slave, because we ain't descendants of slaves. We go way back far before that. Don't start the story as slavery, because a lot of us was already occupying this land. We just got caught in coonery and buffoonery that went down. And those certain tribes that fought and lost millions of Native Americans, they stayed on their lands and fought to the end and signed treaties. The other ones that wasn't tribed up, that was already living here, we got swept into the whole. Ones they was bringing out of West Africa, slaves they was bringing here, and mixed everybody together. You was dark skinned, you're done. Yeah. If you wasn't tribed up with the Mohegans or the Pequot, whoever the fuck out here, and you was just minding your business, smoking your weed, walking, you know what I'm saying, enjoying the American lands like we did, because Ethiopians been traveling through here. We been seeing this. These niggas came here. You know what I'm saying? Left Great Britain, some rebellious motherfuckers, came here, decided they wanted to take this shit and even fought them niggas. They fought their own peoples for independence. And we celebrate July the 4th and go bust off firecrackers and they used us to fight.
Right.
So at the end of the motherfucking day, I'm not with this Black Lives Matter shit. I'm not with this fake agenda that they're trying to push on us because they're trying to box us in and validate to the rest of the world in 2020. These niggas ain't Ethiopian. But let me tell you some deeper shit that's going on right now. I'll bring you back to February. You ain't know about this. Ivanka Trump. We all praise Oprah for her school that she built in America and in Africa. What she got, about 200 students or something like that? Good job, Oprah. I'll tell you what Ivanka Trump the fuck did. Ivanka Trump just went to Ethiopia in February. She's the advisor to the White House. You know what the fuck she did? She just inked a deal providing $50 million in funding for 50 million Ethiopian women to empower themselves. 50 million women she made a move on. Oprah, you did something for 200, 300? I don't know, it's about 15 years, about 2,000 people now. Good job, Oprah. Ivanka Trump done come in and do something for 50 million people? But guess what? I read an article a couple years ago that said soon in America, it will no longer be saying made in China for your products. It will be saying made in Ethiopia. That's what Ivanka Trump did a couple years ago. Her clothing line, her shoes, was being made in China. She switched everything to Ethiopia. All her shit being made in Ethiopia now. A couple years later, she pops up with $50 million in February. Just passed. We ain't hear shit about it. We worried about COVID. So guess what's happening right now? I'm not to cut you off. Just finish real fast. The agenda that they put on China right now was magic. You should have seen the other day. Headline news. Trump blurted out over there at West Point, that military graduation, West Point College. He blurted out, yeah, man, you know, the coronavirus came from China. They setting that agenda so hard, because guess what? All these products is about to be switched to made in Ethiopia. I don't know, y'all niggas did Fed time. Who controlled the commissary? It's gonna be the same shit. Trump and them is gonna control the commissary. They got their hands in Ethiopia. All the shit about to be made in Ethiopia. All the shit gonna be brought in motherfucking America. China's done. We not jacking no shit from China no more. Niggas are still doing business with China, but what's about to happen is, with this coronavirus, it's a wrap. Nobody wants to fucking spend, and then the cost of labor is cheaper in Ethiopia than China, because China's up now. China was fucked up. Now they're the second largest economy in the world. They don't have to work as cheap as they used to work, but Ethiopia is the cheapest labor in the world. So Trump and them got an agenda where they about to flood the whole America with Ethiopian products. But guess what? That's our homeland. Once again, we got no say-so in this all of a sudden. That's like you being from Harlem, you come move down to Hartford. And then, I don't even want to use this analogy, but say some motherfuckers got some shit from out of Harlem that's selling like crazy in Hartford. But niggas telling you can't come to Harlem and cop it. You ain't got no fucking pipeline in Hartford on the way this shit moving. Niggas telling you, nah, you can't. I'm from Hartford. I'm from Harlem. Fuck you mean I can't go get somebody to make some of this bread? Nah, you can't. Nah, we running this. That's what they about to do with Ethiopia. So now it's gonna be on record in 2020. Everybody running out. Black Lives Matter. They ready to die for that. They ready to die for Black Lives Matter, and they putting it all on film. Go ahead. Call yourself black. Please call yourself black. It's the reverse psychology. Oh, we don't want y'all to protest. They really do. We don't want y'all out here. They really do. Validate this shit because the world is watching. Exactly. And what the world doing? Everybody's running around screaming Black Lives Matter across the world. Validate once and for all that those blacks over there in America from the tribe of Judah, they're not Ethiopian and they're not from the tribe of Judah. Wipe them out of the fucking picture and let's go break this bread in Ethiopia. Because Trump and them got their hands in there right now.
So you think, how you feel about the media portraying Trump to have basically all African Americans against him? How you feel about that?
Once again, Trump don't give a fuck. When Trump about to get reelected again, like I told you, the pipeline is coming out of Ethiopia. That's already been established. Why the fuck would this broad bring $50 million over here? Why would she be empowering 50 million Ethiopian women to start businesses? What? Manufacturing what? What y'all about to manufacture? Toilet paper, paper towels, every fucking thing gonna be coming out of Ethiopia. We ain't gonna have one motherfucking thing to do with it. Why? Because right now, nobody believes they're Ethiopian. I'm talking to y'all now, y'all probably don't even believe y'all Ethiopian, I don't disrespect. But I'm just saying, this is how the average mind, niggas like, nah, I'm black. Ethiopia, what's that? No, we descended from Ethiopia. All of us. Mankind in a sense, because the oldest skeleton was found in Ethiopia 2.5 million years. So at the end of the motherfucking day, not to make this whole interview about that, but since we started doing that, and my man, he was speaking some shit, so I'm kind of vibing off of you. It's the next time period right here. Yo, yeah, that's real. We really need to be repping this, the imperial flag of Ethiopia. We sovereign to all European rule, Arab rule, Asian rule, anybody on this planet. We supposed to be free. We sons of God, daughters of God. Nobody should be colonizing us, telling us nothing. And then I get deeper. Selassie in 1955, God bless him. Selassie gave us the scroll from Revelations 5:5. If you want to Google that and look that up, Selassie gave us that scroll. For one, Ethiopia never had a constitution. I don't think niggas know how serious a constitution is. When you go into the military, the first thing you have to do is swear an oath to protect the Constitution of America. That's all we live off of. The Constitution is set in stone. Every nation. This is America. We don't violate our Constitution. Nobody in the motherfucking planet, right? Selassie did the first constitution Ethiopia ever had. And then he revised it in 1955. And you know what Article 1 said? All Ethiopians living with or without the empire constitute for the Ethiopian people. First of all, he got into all the sovereignty that Ethiopian crown, and how, this is all in Article 1, on how Ethiopia is sovereign to everybody on the planet. You can't violate or walk foot in Ethiopia. Nobody in this planet, Queen Elizabeth knows this, everybody knows this. Because for one, Selassie was the king of kings. He sat on a throne in David. It's a 3,000-year-old monarchy. There's nothing that predates the Ethiopian monarchy. Every monarchy that existed after jacked Ethiopia. You know what I'm saying? So now, all Ethiopians living with or without the empire constitute for the Ethiopian people. If we would have came on the forefront and said you was Ethiopian, because for one, can't no European tell you what you are. How a European gonna tell you you ain't Ethiopian? And if you pledge your allegiance to the monarchy of Ethiopia, I don't even give a fuck if you was an outsider. If you pledge your allegiance to that throne, that's your right to do that. You can fight, pick up the sword and fight for Ethiopia and not be from Ethiopia. But we are Ethiopian. But the fact that Selassie put that out there in 1955, he freed every black person on this planet. If they had the mind state to say that they was Ethiopian. Because it can never, nobody on this earth can deny you. If you was to say you was Ethiopian, can't nobody challenge it. It's unchallengeable. Can't no nation that's only been around for 400 years that broke off from another nation who some rebellious pieces of shit, slave owning motherfuckers, gonna come tell me what I am? That's like telling you your name, motherfucking Toby, whatever the fuck that dumbass Roots motherfucking movie that they keep playing over and over. Kunta. Them niggas is beating our nationality out of us. And now they say, you know what? Let's solidify it once and for all. Black Lives Matter, funded by George Soros and the Clintons. And everything is black, black, black. The black vote, the black, black, black. Now one motherfucker, now these niggas intelligent. Everybody's intelligent. You just brought up Al Roker a little while ago. These hired blacks, why they never say nothing about Ethiopia? Why they never associate themselves with Ethiopia? Why? They don't speak on it. These athletes, these rappers, none of them. Rest in peace, Nipsey. What they just did to him, Ethiopia. But at the end of the motherfucking day, we dealing in some real times right now. And this rap shit, I love it to death. It's something that I did all my life. I knew when I was young that I was gonna be, you know what I'm saying? I was gonna be a big rapper. And I made it to that level in a sense, you know what I'm saying? I'm responsible for the biggest wave to come out the East Coast since motherfucking G-Unit and Dipset, the Coke wave. That's my work. You know what I'm saying? I pop Max B off. I pop French Montana off. That's my work. I did that already. I didn't get no meals out of it, but I accomplished that already, and it don't mean nothing to me no more. It's like senseless in this time right now to want to go jump into the rap game and try to chase that type of, for what? Everything's shut down. This shit is real. There's no more, it ain't no more that, we got a plot and plan, something's gonna happen one day. It's here. We're looking dead smack in the face of it. And niggas are still rapping and getting on Instagram, arguing with niggas and doing all the corny, cornery, and buffoonery. And this shit is the realest shit that ever hit us. Going on right fucking now. They ain't gonna get no realer than this, because the whole shit shut down, all this shit uncomfortable. I almost didn't want to come out here, because I told the curfew shit, I thought it was like, because this broad told me she came out here and she was stuck. She had to stay the night in her car. She couldn't leave. This was like a week and a half ago.
Yeah, it's
Like,
crazy.
I'm like, man, I don't know if I want to come out there. My man Fig like, man, call him, man, take that curfew, man. I ain't. Yo, shots to my nigga Big Fig, man. The 014 official, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, as far as the rap shit, we're still doing the rap shit because it's like, that's part of us, you know what I'm saying? It's an art, we do that shit for that, but it's not the main focus at this point to sit back and try to be dreaming and getting on in this rap shit and trying to get fans and admirers and niggas idolizing us. My nigga Figure, he got 014 official clothing line, he got some we doing other shit, not just rap shit. Rap shit is just like one part of it. So I didn't want to make that like the main focus, like we trying to get on with this rap shit, because we really don't give a fuck. We business, we entrepreneurs, we gonna get money regardless, you know what I'm saying? But the rap shit, it's just not time for it now.
But it's funny you said Max B from my hood.
Yeah.
And I do know he was going to
That's
Connecticut.
from 140, yeah.
And I remember he's going to Connecticut.
That was all me, my nigga. Y'all want to get into that? I can tell y'all the whole story, whatever questions y'all.
Go ahead. Just go through it too.
Well, it started like this. I don't know how much time we got, because this shit,
Nah,
this
just go.
shit crazy. But, yeah. So, I've been coming back and forth to Harlem, right? I fuck with a nigga Dame Grease. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know who Dame, legend. You know what I'm saying? I call him the Dr. Dre of the East Coast, even though he hate when I call him that. He like, I'm Dame Grease, nigga. He know Dr. Dre. But Grease was a nigga I came up when I was like 17 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, the story go back so deep. That's why I said how much time we got. This shit deep. But I'm gonna get into it. It was a time when my cousin Jay, shout out to my cousin Jay, he was vending back in '94, vending clothes, movies, all this type of shit. And he was one of the realest niggas in the hood getting money, but he had got shot. Niggas put him on that iron horse, you feel me? So he had to think he ain't want to sell drugs no more. So he took his money, bought a house, and then he took other money and invested into vending. You feel me? At the time, I had to be like 14 years old. I'm looking at this shit like, damn, it's my older cousin. You know what I'm saying? He had been out here, like, he was really one of the niggas coming up to see that, but dang, like, this nigga was fly, one of the flyest niggas in the hood. You feel me? But I seen him get shot. This was a nigga that, man, Holmes that nigga. You feel me? He got shot, put him in a chair, but the nigga still was moving. Like, he didn't get shot, but he just switched his whole hustle. So at this point, I was in the sports heavy and shit. I wasn't into the street shit, you know what I'm saying? But I started hustling. I started selling weed. I'm like 14, turning 15, started selling weed and shit. And he peeped it, like, where he was hearing, like, yo, You know what I'm saying? This nigga out here, you know what I'm saying? Let me holler at this nigga, man. You don't need to be getting into this shit. Look at me, my nigga, like da-da-da-da. And like, I always looked up to him. So it's like to hear it from him telling me like, nah, man, you ain't about to be out here doing this, man. You might as well come over here and do this with me or whatever. So I'm in high school at the time, freshman. You know, I'm still selling weed in school or whatever. Small time shit, you know what I'm saying? Half house, flipping it. Lamb spray, bagging up all mix, you know, dumb shit. But he like, yo, I probably had made it up to like $800. You know what I'm saying? That was a little $800. I'm 15 running around $800, and I still got mad weed and I'm flipping it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm catching that stunt, little dumb nigga. And he like, nah, man, why don't you take some of that money and put it into this? And I'll show you how to flip it or whatever. He said, give me that 800, man. I said, fuck it, gave him the 800. We went half on the package. Shit flipped fast as hell. We bought a whole bunch of clothes, Tommy Hilfiger t-shirts. This when niggas was bootlegging the Nautica, the Gas, Tommy Hilfiger. Before bootleg got corny. This when niggas used to go shopping and buy bootleg shit and wear the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was good quality shit, and if you was in the hood and you could grab a polo real quick, get away with it, whatever. Niggas buying the shits like crazy. Bootleg wasn't corny at the time. It was good quality. And we used to come to Harlem. We used to go to the Shabazz flea market right on 116. Yeah. So we used to go there. I'm 15, 16, coming back and forth to New York, grabbing packages. We switched the hustle from that to grabbing movies. We the only niggas in the hood with bootleg movies. This back when Bottle was on VCR tape. This when it started like that. This all, man, we got Bottle, all this shit. So we selling all this shit in the hood. 3 for a dub, what the fuck we was paying? You know what I'm saying? The flip was crazy, you know what I'm saying? We was the only niggas in the hood with this whole, so it was like, and then I still had the weed on the side, you know, so it was like I was making a lot of money as a young nigga, and I'm like, oh shit, we going back and forth, I'm buying pure piff red line bags from Broadway, I'm living a life, you know what I'm saying? Little young nigga just selling all this product in my hood, and I'm the only one, me and my cousin the only ones with it. We ain't had no competition. So we was just making crazy money, like we had so much shit.
No city mess with y'all.
So it got to a situation where we had set up at a gas station, we had a tent, and we was selling karate movies, all this other shit. And this nigga from Harlem started coming up to the gas station trying to sell mixtapes. So I'm like, why the fuck this nigga think he could come over here? Like, oh, can't be out here. We funny on any out of town shit coming around and niggas ain't from around and somebody from Hartford don't bring you through the town. It's gonna go down, man. Who you with out here, man? Cause you niggas gonna take the shit, all that. It ain't gonna go down out here. Drugs, whatever. You better have a good person that's official from the hood. Right. This nigga ain't have nobody. He's just out there with fucking mixtape selling them. So my cousin, in Wiltshire, Jay, they're like, nah, let home eat, man. Let home eat. I said, nah, fuck that. He said, nigga, we ain't selling music. What do it matter, nigga? Right. I'm a little young, dumb, ignorant nigga. I'm like, nah, I gotta go holler at this nigga. He's like, no, nigga, leave home alone. After a while, you know, being up there a couple times, we started getting cool. You know what I'm saying? But the nigga, he ain't got no car, no nothing. I ain't noticed how New York niggas play. But a lot of New York niggas don't be driving, like especially back then, niggas be on the subways, buses, all that. So this how he was.
Now hustling niggas driving.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? As far as like the majority of niggas is moving like this nigga being around him, and I'm gonna fast forward, when I used to come to Harlem with him, you know what I'm saying? We used to be on foot everywhere. Like nigga, we wanna park the car, they don't wanna drive around. We going through everywhere on foot, you know what I'm saying? But make it long story short, the nigga knew that I rapped. So I felt like he was trying to get cool with me because he knew I wasn't feeling him being up there. So he was like, yo, you rap? You rap, da-da-da. He was like, yo, you heard of Dame Grease? My people since Dame Grease, man. I'm from 129 Linux, man. Da-da-da-da. And at the time, Get At Me Dog had just came out.
Yeah.
This is the
That's
time.
98.
Get At Me Dog just dropped. Just heard the DMX for the first time, and this nigga screaming, my man made the beat. I don't believe the nigga. I'm like, this nigga trying to finesse, but you know, I'm like, nah. But he like, yo, let me ride to Harlem with y'all niggas. When y'all go re-up, Let me ride with y'all niggas. I can show y'all this, that, and third. I'm like,
He was living in Connecticut.
he was living in Connecticut. So I'm like, I ain't with you. Let niggas jump in my car. I don't know this nigga like that. So people fly shit. I'm up in Harlem. Me and my cousin Jay and his girl. We coming down 116. What's that soul food restaurant? M&J's?
Jeez.
M&G's. Get right there. They shooting a video over there. We in traffic. The locks. Jada Kiss. She come walking past the front of our car. I'm like, oh shit. So I roll the window down like, yo, Jada, you ain't got no love for no Connecticut niggas? I spit, nigga. Just on some young shit. I'm young as hell at the time. He said, well, jump out and spit then, nigga. So I'm like, yo, I'll jump in the trap. I said, yo, man, I'm out. I jumped out. This nigga, my cousin pulled off. I said, yo, I'm out. You stay out here. Y'all niggas do what y'all do. He like, yo, this D from Ruff Ryders. Da-da-da-da-da. Brought me straight to D. This Jada, I'm jumping out the car. Getting introduced to D from Ruff Ryders. I'm 17. This is a dream. I'm from Hartford. This ain't no shit that, you know what I'm saying? Like, this a movie set shit up. You know who video they were shooting? The kid Casino. I don't know if you remember Casino. He had the song on the Rush Hour soundtrack and it was featuring the Locks and DMX. He was short-lived, but it was his video shoot. And I froze up because the nigga Jada brought me over to D. I'm fresh out the car. 3 seconds out the car. He like, yo, this D from Ruff Ryders. Go ahead and spit. Man, niggas start coming over. I had to fill out the bell out because I'm like, damn. I'm like, yo, this shit blew me away. I froze. So I said, yo, where Grease at? Because this nigga just been telling me all this shit about Grease, da-da-da. Yo, Grease over there. Grease right there. I'm like, what? Dipped on niggas. I dipped on them. Bomb. I ran up to Grease. Yo, what up, my nigga? I said, yo, this nigga, a man named Gerard, a.k.a. Spazzo. I said, yo, you know a nigga named Gerard? Da-da-da-da. He said he from the block. He didn't know my hood. Yeah, that's my nigga. I said, yo, that's crazy. I said, yo, he been trying to get me to come up here and holler at you. And, yo, good to meet you, my nigga. He said, yo, Gerard bring you by. I said, yo, I spit there and said, yo, how Gerard bring you by the studio? I'm like, damn. I stayed at the video shoot for another hour on some groupie shit, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't talking to nobody though. I talked to one nigga. Motherfucking Ja Rule. I believe that. To this day, that had to be fucking Ja Rule. Because the nigga, I know for a fact it was Ja Rule, matter of fact. Because Ja Rule wasn't even out yet. The nigga sitting there red bandana on some DMX type of vibe. And I'm like, yo, you from, I can't forget the nigga voice. He's like, yo, you from Connecticut? Yeah, I got people from Connecticut. But this nigga look dirty. This nigga don't look like he about to be on. He don't look like, this ain't Ja Rule yet. This ain't holla holla. None of this shit came out yet. This is Ja Rule at the video shoot, sitting on the side. So I stayed at the video shoot because I'm in shock at all this shit. I see motherfucking Diamond D. I see Kid Capri, DMX, all these niggas. I'm like, oh my God, I ain't even want to leave. I'm 17, this is a dream to me. I shoot back the motherfucking Hartford, blowing this nigga Gerard up. Yo! I said, yo, man, where you at? Told me he's at, pulled up on the nigga. I'm like, yo, man, I gotta apologize, man. Because I ain't gonna lie, I thought she was lying, my nigga. The next week, brought me to motherfucking Vacant Lot Studios. And me and Grease was peoples ever since that, you feel me? And so fast forward, you said the time frame when all this was going down, I mean, I'm a young nigga, I don't know nothing. You know what I did? I ain't gonna fast forward. You know what I did? At that age, these niggas dropped the Live on Linux album. Live on Linux. Remember that classic?
Yeah, I was away, but I remember I saw the album cover with the shit
that shit was hard, man. Listen, the only thing about this, and not for nothing, if Grease would have stayed with Ruff Ryders for a little bit longer, his name would have been on a Swiss Beats level. But Grease kind of left the motherfucking, he left too soon, got that deal with Priority for Vacant Lot, and just like, fuck, I think they gave him like an M. That nigga was like, I'm taking him. But Rough Riders had the streets. It was too late to kind of battle with that, you know what I'm saying? And it's like they tried to come with that, but I did the Live on Linux record release party in Hartford. Yeah. Reese did that for me for free. All I had to do was get the niggas a party bus, and I'm doing this like at the age of 19. You know what I'm saying? I believe by this time I had to be like 19 when that album dropped. And I booked these niggas, and everybody, the whole Harlem world came. Everybody except for Mace and motherfucking Loon. No. Everybody except for Mace and Baby Stace. Everybody else came. Huz, Six, Loon, all these niggas came up for the nigga Casino. He came like, them niggas came up, no lie, it had to be like 150 deep, yo. They filled the club up by themselves when they came in. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't promote this shit all that good, and niggas ain't really know these niggas. And I was trying to get, like, back then, I'm doing this. I'm getting flyers made up. I'm doing all this at 19, because I'm like, damn, y'all niggas dropped the Live on Linux album. Even though I wasn't on it and none of this shit, I was chilling with the hot ones and these niggas all the time. I used to come to Harlem and hang with Sean Don, all these niggas like Flaws Don, all these niggas. I used to be with these niggas because I was the same age as them niggas.
Yeah.
So them niggas kind of gravitated towards me. Like I used to come to Harlem, and niggas would jump in the car with me, and like them niggas wasn't driving. I was doing it back then. I had so a lot of money around, so I'm a young nigga. I'm coming up in New York by myself. I throw the hot ones in my shit. We was riding through Harlem, smoking piff. You know what I'm saying? Like this was regular shit.
Yeah.
I hung with these niggas. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I crafted my flow. I got hot being around Thinking a Lot, being in ciphers with niggas, me knowing these niggas. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, so fast forward now, I took a break from the shit. Wasn't thinking about no rap shit no more. I had a son in 02. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't even hearing nothing from Vacant Lot no more, other than some production here and there. You know, that was my biggest plug at the time. You know what I'm saying? So he had kind of, that whole priority deal had kind of got fucked up. The numbers didn't come back right. The shit, the Live on Linux shit flopped. So it wasn't until about 06, and I'm just trying to make this shit fast, when I bumped into an investor that wanted to invest in me, by the name of Michael Goldberg. You know what I'm saying? A Jew, real dude, put a bag behind me. The only thing I could think when the bag came to the table was to go see Grease. The only motherfucker I know that know what to do with this, go see Grease. I get my whole album produced by Grease. I could go walk in and get a deal with this possibly. Because I'm still thinking so high of Grease in my head that my thoughts back then was that if you get a multi-platinum producer behind you, it's a deal.
Yeah.
So all I gotta do is run go see Grease, bring this bag over there, make the album, and Grease can help me shop this to a label. Pop up. Love you, Grease, but I popped up, man. Grease was fucked up in the game, man. Money fucked up. Nigga living in the studio. I'm gonna put his business out there because it's real. Basically living in the studio for the most part. From being around the nigga lived in the studio. I'm keep it up. Lived in the studio out in Harrisburg, New York. Forgot what producer he got that studio from. It was a major producer before him that had it. But this is like, I know Dame Grease. You feel me? I've been around when this nigga Power was John Gotti in Harlem. You feel me? Like, this was Dame Grease that produced the whole entire soundtrack of my life. We always loved Big Papa. Name any motherfucking classic from the 90s, like this nigga was behind probably 60% of them shit, 70%. So what I did was, see you agree, what you would charge me to do my whole album? I give you 20 grand. It's 20 grand, put him on his feet, man. The reason I'm speaking on it because I'm hurt behind a lot of shit that turned out in the long run because I'm a good nigga. And Grease told me at the end of the wave, he said, yo, you know why French is gonna blow and you not? He said, you too good, yo. You too much of a good nigga. He told me that. He said, you too much of a good nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't understand that shit because being a good nigga is being a real nigga to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't with this cutthroat bullshit ass shit. Like, if I'm eating, we all eat. I don't give a fuck about the fame, you know what I'm saying? I love I'll play Scottie Pippen in a minute. I don't want to be Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't mind being a supporting role, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be the main nigga. But let me bring it back. So Grease, 20K to do my album. And the process of me doing my album, I'm noticing niggas trying to, because this is what happened. I gave Grease 10K down and 10K when the album complete. I threw him the 10K, nigga was happy as hell. Shit start moving in the studio, shit different, AC on, you know what I'm saying? It's weed around, you know, it's Chinese food being ordered, it's bitches showing up there. You know who the fuck showed up? What's the, Murder Inc. What's her name?
Shanti?
No.
Vita.
Vita's at the studio now. I'm like, this shit was dead, stale. Man, I'm telling you, I brought life to the whole situation. I brought life, my nigga. So then I realized niggas is trying to rush me to get this album done. It's like, I'm
For the other 10,000.
for the other 10,000. So niggas is bringing niggas from vacant lot up. Niggas tell me, yo, let me write some shit for you, da-da-da. Man, I don't let niggas write my shit. Fuck is niggas talking about? Nah. Yo, da-da-da, we got songs, da-da-da. I'm like, nah, my nigga. I'm taking my time with this, man. Fuck matter with niggas, man. I don't want no, I'll do some songs with niggas. But I'm not realizing that this shit is like a big deal to niggas. Like, I had niggas from Bloodline, BMX, old record label, niggas showing up trying to give me songs for the album. These niggas, honestly, from my first impression what was going on with Grease, I knew he was fucked up and I didn't even think nothing about him getting me no deal anymore. I forgot all about all that. I just want the beats, my nigga.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to do my own thing out of this situation. You ain't gonna be able to do shit for me. You can't do shit for yourself. You ain't Grease. So I'm just getting the beats from you and I'm gonna go make my moves. But I didn't realize how big the shit was to niggas. Like, niggas looking at me like, I got niggas that signed, like niggas coming, yo, like the way niggas treat me like I'm about to be the next artist. And I'm like, damn, okay. So, make a long story short, niggas is trying to feature on my album, niggas I never even heard of. I'm saying, like, I don't even know y'all niggas. I don't want no veto on my shit, I don't want, you know what I'm saying, that ain't going down, nah. So, I was fucking with this broad, right? I don't even really want to get into the story because, you know, this was during my era when I was with my baby mother for 10 years, my first baby mother. But, fuck it, we ain't together no more, so the story got me told. I had a little shorty that I called Superhead, you feel me? But the funny thing about this shorty is, every time she would want to suck me off, I don't even like talking like this, it just sounds ignorant. But she would want to throw Big Avail at me. I'm like, she'd come in and frisbee my shit out the fucking CD player. Oh, Max, and every time, public domain, Max locked up at the time. This is the first public domain, Max locked up. I was hearing about Max, but I didn't really give a fuck about Max, but for some reason, because I'm getting head to this shit, I started fucking with this shit like, you know what? And then she slipped one day and left the shit in my deck. And, you know, I pulled up later and realized the shit was in my deck. I'm like, you know what? Let me listen to this whole fucking CD now. Man, I fell in love with this shit. I'm like, this nigga hard as hell, man. So then I had got word that the nigga came home. This all the time when I'm recording my album still. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, Grease pressed me for the other 10K. He ain't pressed me, and this is one of the reasons why I'm pissed. He went behind my back, hollered at my investor, screaming that he got some child child support issues, and he got the hand go faster, he get done at 10K. This nigga gave it to him.
So did you?
So I'm taking my time with the album still, but I'm not set on none of the songs. But in my head, I'm like, nah, I gotta get Max on this album. Cause the nigga just came home, I heard. So I'm hollering at Grease one day. I'm like, yo, you from Harlem, nigga? Yo, you can't call nobody to find Max. I heard he just came home. The nigga, like this was like the news came to me. I forgot how it came home, but he only been home for about 3-4 days at this time. He like, why you want Max on the album, man? Like, I don't get it, man. Like, and then I didn't put 2 and 2 together because every time I asked him about another Harlem nigga, because I asked him about Uncosta, I asked him about niggas, it's like he didn't want me to get with no other Harlem niggas. He wanted to keep the, you know what I'm saying? I'm not about to let this nigga go over here with these niggas or that nigga. But I ain't thinking that at the time. This was the feature from the nigga. You the headquarters. I ain't going nowhere, buddy. You the nigga I looked up to since I was younger, but this the headquarters. Well, I got in touch with the nigga myself. Heard Jim Jones was coming to the Funk Master Flex car show in Harvard. Max probably only been home 5 days at this time. Just luckily, it just so happens that Sunday, these niggas coming to do a Funk Flex car show. But I'm thinking this nigga Jimmy gotta be bringing Max with him. He's gotta be bringing him with him. So I go down that motherfucker. 5K in my pocket cash. I'm plotting, waiting to see this nigga, cause I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get this nigga today. I'm gonna fuck what Grease talk about. I'm getting Max today doing motherfucking track. I'm in the crowd. Lo and behold, Jim Jones coming on stage with Max. I'm like, all right. I already had backstage passes and all that because, hey, you know, I'm in the city. I'm the man at the time. My rap name is already big in the streets. You know what I'm saying? That's how I even got invested because my name was already ringing bells. It's just that I didn't take it to the next level. It was just like I was hot in the hood. And niggas knew like, oh, you need to invest in the nigga Messiah. So that's how it came.
Messiah back then?
Yeah, it was Messiah back then. So Max was coming off stage. I ran up on Pro 5K out of my pocket. I'm like, yo, I need a feature. I got 5K for you. I ain't even asking how much you want. I got 5K for you. Nigga, I busted out of sight. He ain't never seen no money like that in his life at the time. Because what I didn't know, what I found out later, was the way Jimmy was handling the situation. Max really wasn't seeing no bread. When features called and all that shit was being middle man by Jimmy.
Wow.
So when I run up to the nigga, I ain't say, let me go talk to Jimmy, this is his artist. Fuck. I didn't even think about shit. Yo, Max. Pulled him to the side, the nigga like, oh shit. You check my number, yo. Exchange numbers. I went outside after that and sold Rick Ross a quarter of Kush. I'm just throwing that in there. But that's what happened. Because I went out of the bag and all the rappers back there. And this nigga Gucci, Rick Ross manager was looking for smoke. I went over there, served Ross. Smoke. I ain't smoke out his shit. I smoked my shit. He smoked his shit. Talk about it. Whatever. So fast forward, 2 days later, the nigga Max text me, yo, call me. I can't remember what the fuck. I think he text me. He's like, yo, you serious about that? I'm like, yeah, I told him, man, I fuck with Grease. We out here next to Yonkers. You can just come in the studio here. Nigga said, let's do it. So he took a cab there. I met him there. He spent $200 on his cab. $200 on the cab.
That's crazy.
Got out. He was like, yo, you got that money? But he in the back of the cab. I'm like, all right, I gave him $3,300. Yo, I thought you said $5,000. I said, I got 33 for you, man. That 5K, I was bluffing. He was like, yo, damn, yo. He had to take 200 out the 33. Now he got 31. He like, damn. He's like, fuck it, man. He said, yo, I respect you, yo. He said, yo, you an ill nigga for that, yo. I said, listen, man. So we went up and then we dropped on fucking Connecticut Kush. That was the first shit we dropped. You know what I'm saying? And that shit, when we dropped the video for the shit did 500,000 views in like 10 days or some shit like that. Like the shit was kind of the song that set everything off. And while I say that because this was a song, an anthem from Connecticut with Max on it. And the whole Connecticut just was like, yo, this nigga fucking with us? Oh man, the love that he got for that. That niggas don't understand the love that he got for fucking with a hometown nigga. Everybody rallied behind the nigga. Cause niggas looking at Max. Max was known by niggas in the hood, and not too many bitches knew about him. Certain bitches did. You had to really be in the hood like that. But he was gradually getting a wave going, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't nowhere really, it was to a point where I was like, you know what, I want to do some music. But mind you, we going back to 07, you know what I'm saying? So what happened was we dropped that fucking song, and Baby Grand, Grease ended up getting a deal with Baby Grand off the strength of that single. But back then, I'm not understanding that this is my song for my album, but this is the first single off Boom Music, Grease album. He runs and brings my single over to Baby Grand, get a deal for it. You didn't even want me to fuck with Max. You didn't see the reason for fucking with Max. All of a sudden, you go get a deal, get you a little bread out of it. I think it was something like, Baby Grand probably getting like 10, 15K, something stupid. It wasn't nothing major for me to get mad at, but these niggas in the beginning was real timid. These niggas didn't talk to Max directly. Anytime niggas wanted something from Max, niggas would call me. You from Harlem, nigga. You don't know this nigga? I'm way in Harlem. Niggas like, yo, call Max to see if he'll clear the record, or call Max to see if he'll do the video with us, and da-da-da-da-da, because Baby Grand shot the video. You know what I'm saying? And when it came down to it, I was on it for the team, so it was like, you know what? I'll throw that single at niggas. Niggas can have that, because I'm about to make some more fire. I don't give a fuck, you know what I'm saying? And I always respected Baby Grand. That was one of them labels I looked up to, so it was like, oh shit, Baby Grand, I seen a lot of niggas go through there and get a bag, so I'm like, you know what? But Max came and shot the video. He did everything off the strength for me. Nobody set this shit up. I had him sign the release papers for it and everything. I had to do all that. A month later, him and Jim Jones had a falling out. That's when he called me and said, yo, I'm coming to Connecticut, man, it's over. Me and this nigga, man, it's on, man. I'm out of here. I didn't know what transpired. I found out later because I got a copy of Max's book that ain't out. That he sent me from jail when he first wrote it. And it tells about the whole situation that went down with Jimmy and how the niggas was trying to do features with Max, Swiss, and all these niggas was trying to holler at Max. They couldn't get to him because Jimmy was cop blocking him and all that. And he dedicated a whole chapter to me in the book, which was public domain, Give Me the Streets. That's the name of the chapter. And it starts off talking about how me and him linked up and how he basically made me like his road manager. Because what we did after that is I got a whole bunch of promoters, a whole bunch of niggas from the hood to do features, and I was generating a lot of money for the wave. He didn't have to go through Jimmy no more. Yeah. I basically probably initiated the fucking war. Because had I not been a scapegoat around for him to make these type of moves, in his mind state, he had to wait for Jimmy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But he had already known, wait a minute, because before the falling out with Jimmy, we was making runs out here. One weekend, he came down 2 days, made $10,000 cash. That nigga was happy as hell. This was, you know what I'm saying? Like, the nigga like, hold on, I just made 10K? Let me go back and tell Jimmy something. I don't even know that's how it went, but eventually that's what it ended up being, because after that, he didn't want to hear nothing. He didn't want to hear niggas holding no bread from him, keeping him from blowing up. He like, nah, I'm fired, nigga. Like, what the fuck going on? What you been doing? Like, damn. Because mind you, this nigga getting like 10K a show. Max going to the show with him, he probably giving Max $700. Max could do a show himself for $5,000. Once he found that out, that shit started everything off. But who was the nigga? It was me. A lot of niggas don't know the story. Like, I was the founding father of this whole shit that popped off. And then we want to fast forward. French had a successful Cocaine City DVD. As a rapper, nobody gave a fuck about French.
Yeah.
I didn't think the nigga was garbage, but everybody was saying the nigga was garbage. Niggas was a fuck with French. Niggas ain't even know the fuck French was. Never mind saying he was garbage. Niggas ain't even know him. No bitches knew him, nobody knew him. He followed a blueprint that I established and popped himself off. And I ain't.
CDs.
Huh?
The CDs?
No. My first CD I dropped, Connecticut Kush. I'm gonna take you back when I first met French. It was me and my man Sal Pacino. We go to motherfucking Club Blue, which was a major club in our hood. And we was just going there. I don't know what the fuck we was doing. We wasn't going to see no French. We ain't even know French was there. We was just going in there, probably grab some drinks and smoke some weed on the top floor. The manager of Club Blue, my man Jake, shout out to my man Jake H, man. He introduced French to me. And the way he introduced me, basically, he gave me an official introduction, like, yo, this the nigga out here. This Messiah, da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, he's running with Max D, da-da-da-da, this, that, and third, he the plug out here. So immediately French jumped on my dick, no. Solitary. Go with us, yo. Want me to come to VIP with him, all that, I hung out with him for the night. You know what I'm saying? The next day, I go to the studio. I just got my CDs back from New York. I go to Emma West. I know you know Sonya.
Yeah.
I'm officially, I'm trying to tell you, I fuck with all. So I come back with my Connecticut Kush CDs. Bumping the French at the studio. My man's studio, which is downtown where the club is, French stayed overnight. He's at the studio with the same club manager at the recording studio, my man recording studio. Shouts to my man RT, man. We at the studio, I'm bumping the French. I'm just coming down here to smoke or whatever, French and oh shit. Them niggas leaving though. I said, yo, matter of fact, before you leave, take my CD. Connecticut Kush. I'm gonna tell you something about this CD. This CD is hosted by DJ Who Kid. Artwork by Miami Chaos. All the production is from Dame Grease. Cause I switched from doing my album. Cause I was gonna go with the album, but I ended up just doing a Connecticut Kush mixtape. Like, fuck it, I ain't dropping no album. I'm about to just drop a mixtape on niggas. So, Miami Chaos does the cover. DJ Who Kid hosted. Dame Grease did all the beats. And on every other track, I got Max with it. And on the cover of it is me, Max, and Grease. Gave the CD to French. French goes through and puts together this idea called Coke Wave. He brought that to the table, like bringing the wave and bringing Cocaine City together. What does he do with the first CD? He go get Miami Chaos to do the graphics. He go get DJ Who Kid to host it. He go get all the production from Dame Grease, and you get Max to feature on all the songs. My blueprint. Rolled back to New York that day, listening to my Connecticut Kush, banging my shit. But at the time when he did it, it didn't resonate with me. You know why? Because by that time, we all fucking with each other. And he slipped it in there. Like, we all fucking with each other. He done put me on his Cocaine City DVD and all this. So I can't never knock the nigga, you know what I'm saying? He showed a lot of love, he did a lot of shit. But this is what happened. He drops the Coke Wave. Coke Wave blows French up as a rapper. Because everybody's like, the formula that I had with Grease with the production, Max doing hooks and verses, Miami Chaos with the artwork, DJ Who Kid hosting it, the fucking formula that I created, he did the formula, but guess what? At this time, when I dropped my Connecticut Kush, I got no distribution. I got no plugs, nobody, I don't know shit about this music industry like that. French had all his plugs from the Cocaine Cities and his distribution network. So when he dropped the Coke Wave, he was able to fly past anything that I was doing because he had the fucking platform to do the plugs. So his shit's popping up on all the major websites, the blogs, this, that, and the third. MTV came to the studio and did a fucking vlog on us. I was in it. You know what I'm saying? And what I noticed was the songs that I was doing with French, he didn't put him on the Coke Wave CD. He put me in all the DVDs, but he kept me off the music. And I didn't realize why these songs we was doing wasn't making the cut. When he dropped the Coke, I'm like, damn, we did shit for Coke Wave, and I'm not even on the motherfucker. You done left the songs out. And you could go back and see these songs we made, which are hood classics, but he left me off these major platforms and distribution, you know, and I didn't understand at the time, because mind you, I'm not paying this no attention. I'm smoking every day, fucking bitches, getting drunk. So I'm not realizing that we're creating history as this shit is going down. I'm not realizing that I'm booking, niggas didn't even want to give French no money. French was getting 700 happily. 700 was a blessing for French to motherfucking get, because nobody wanted French. Everybody wanted me and Max. We had all, you know what I'm saying? Niggas, French would be with us and trying to, nigga, yo, man, you can give me 2 next week, man. Nigga, how much you want? You know what I'm saying? This is a nigga looking at French like, how much you want? Yeah, I mean, you should give me 1,000, man. I'll give you 700, man. All right, man, I'll give you 700. Fast forward, I go do a bid, come home, the nigga getting 60,000 a show. I'm with you when you was 700. It's crazy. So, like I said, I was and this went on from 2007 all the way to when I went to prison in 2012. Max went in 2009. When Max went in, I'm sitting down, French comes to me, he like, listen, yo, Max locked up the wave over. That shit made me feel some type of way. I'm like, what? Nigga like, yo, we about to do Coke Boys, you could come sign over here with niggas. And at the time when Max went in, Max made me the vice president of Gang Green. And he left everything basically in my control. But what happened was, that week of him being locked up, the power struggle was real. Max had a manager by the name of Joey O'Shea. She motherfucking, she had all the plugs to everything that was going on with Max as far as like the blogs or any fucking thing. So, where she brought the whole wave to? French. She jumped on French, did. I guess because I was from Hartford, Connecticut. I guess because I wasn't living in New York. I guess, whatever, niggas was hating, I don't know. She brought the whole fucking wave over to French. She brought French down to do features with Bum B, all this type of shit. Blowing French, helping French out to turn him into Max B. Yeah. Not that I ever wanted to be Max B. I ain't never wanted to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're carrying the torch of the wave. Yeah, Max locked up. Yeah. This nigga telling me the wave over. We doing Coke Boys. Come sign over here. Nigga, I'm Gang Green. That shit so crazy. But these decisions you asking me to make, as soon as this nigga get locked up, I'm still, my head blown off that this a nigga that I've been running with, you feel me? That I felt like a brother, just got hit with 75 years and you ready to pack up the wave over, let's go. But that goes back to what Bree said. You a good nigga. See, I gave a fuck. I didn't want to motherfucking be the man and jump out there and jack the wave and use the wave to blow me up. These niggas mad at me to this day because of this shit. I don't do these interviews. I just told you I did the interview since what? 11 years. I don't give a fuck about this shit. I never wanted to be the one that was gonna carry the torch and get all the fame off of this shit. I was so devastated when this nigga got locked up, yo, because I swear to God I thought he was gonna beat it. The spirits were so high that I was banking that there's no way this nigga wasn't there. He can't go down for this shit. Even though in the back of my mind, I knew, damn, man, he was involved in setting up, quote unquote, a situation that resulted in a murder. And I knew there's no way in court you're really gonna beat this, but in my heart, I'm thinking like an idiot, like, nah, he gonna beat it. I didn't prepare for what was gonna happen after. But this is a sad thing, to just bring this up real quick. The day he motherfucking blew trial, do you know we went back to his crib where he had all the studio? You know what niggas is over there doing? Grabbing his clothes. Grabbing this, grabbing that, scrambling for everything they can get. This all the same day now. I'm watching this shit disgusting. You know what I mean? Niggas over there, one nigga over there, my nigga Mook, he goes over there and he's packing up the studio equipment because he got money in that shit. I respect him for going to get the studio equipment. He like, man, niggas ain't touching this shit. I'm taking all this shit with me. You feel me? He went and got the studio equipment. But niggas is throwing True Religion jeans, the belts, the whatever, Stavager, strife shit, my nigga. I'm sitting there disgusted at this shit, man. I'm like, man, y'all niggas crazy. Fuck matter with y'all, man? This nigga just blew trial and all y'all want is his shit?
That's crazy.
You feel me?
That's petty.
And to keep it real, French wanted the wave. But I can't be mad at him in a sense because I guess that's what he was supposed to do. But see, I'm such a good nigga that it hurt me so bad that shit was going on. And mind you, a month after he got sentenced, I got shot 6 times. Niggas tried to rob me coming out the jewelry store, damn near took my life. You feel me? So I'm dealing with these 6 shots in me. Max just got motherfucking sentenced to 75 years. I get shot 6 times. And then the next month after, this September, got sentenced to 75 years. October, I get shot 6 times. November, my manager get indicted for the biggest Ponzi scheme to ever come through Connecticut, $100 million. And then you know I never knew this nigga was sitting on 100 M's, and I'm with this nigga every day. Max is my left hand, but Michael Goldberg was my right hand. I really gave a fuck. See, the thing is, these niggas was on this rap shit so hard, but I was with a millionaire already. I'm best friends with. I'm living a life. I'm blowing a bag whether we get on or not. So I didn't have the hunger of trying to be famous because regardless, we was living the life already.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But what happened was this nigga got indicted. So I'll bring you back. September, October, November. Max 75 years. French telling me to sign the court orders. 6 shots. Next month, manager indicted, whole bag closed down. Anything that I was driving around, the Hummers and all that got confiscated. I had nothing in my name. I ain't had no real cash around. The last thing the nigga gave me before he got indicted, I put up on him, he gave me a $20,000 check and a gun. And was like, yeah, I said, what the fuck going on? He said, man, just take this gun to my father, man. Take this $20,000 check. Like, what? Next time I see him, he on the loose. You feel me? Everything gone. You feel me? Now, mind you, when I went to go see the nigga, I checked out the hospital in 18 hours. I got shot 6 times. 4 bullets went in and out. 1 bullet went through my armpit. It was in my chest. They couldn't touch it. They left it there. And then the other bullet came pushing up the next morning, and they removed it out of my stomach. So I had 4 bullets that went in and out of me. 1 that he took out, and 1 that stayed in my chest all the way till 2016. It just came out by mistake. The fucking hit me like that. The bullet pierced through the fucking skin. You know what I mean? I go to the hospital telling these niggas, man, I got a bullet in my chest. They're like, nah, that's ingrown hair. Hey, yo, they sent me home, my nigga. My shit, black blood. These niggas ain't touching me. They like, nah, that's ingrown hair. Just keep putting, I said, motherfucker, I got a bullet in my chest. They're like, nah, that's impossible. The next morning, motherfucker, I put hot water on that motherfucker, scrape that scab on, bullet showing clear as day. Wow. So yeah, I got that bullet about me, but this is what I'm dealing with. So now, when this nigga is telling me to come see him, I'm driving to go see this nigga, my arm was shot the fuck up. I'm driving to go see this nigga, 6 shots in me, to pick up a gun and a goddamn $20,000 check, and I don't know what the fuck going on. So then I didn't want to give him the check to his father and the gun. I'm like, I don't want none of this shit. I don't know what the fuck going on. You hold all this shit. Mm-hmm. And then, like I said, the shit hit the news, and it was over for me. That was pretty much it, because the investor, we know when we dealing with this rap shit, if you ain't got no bag, it ain't nothing to talk about. You know what I'm saying? But lo and behold, I bounced back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really recovered fast as hell. Like, I thought my arm was never gonna work again. This shit was stuck in a retarded position like that. All my shit came back. I don't know how it came back. I kept pursuing the rap shit, you know what I'm saying? I was still running French around, we were still making the wave happen. Shit was starting to look up, you know what I'm saying? And then I caught a fucking crazy ass case that I don't wanna speak too much on because it's still just spooky, you know what I'm saying? How everything happened. And basically, that shit threw me, that was 2010. Now, I went through hell in 2009 and we thought it was over. 2010 hit, niggas is investigating me for human trafficking, the FBI, motherfuckers going to FBI headquarters about me. I don't know none of this shit going on. And then next thing I know, I get a crazy R. Kelly case thrown on me. It was wild. Like I was facing 40 years. I got charged twice for the same crime in 2 different towns. I'm facing 20 years in this courtroom, 20 years in that courtroom. I got $2 $250,000 bonds on me. I don't know how I made it out of here in 30 days, but I was able to get out in 30 days. I went down to Maze Salat, came back up. Niggas told me I'm bonded out. I ain't know how the fuck that happened. I'm like, damn, shouts to Sal Pacino, shouts to my cousin B. It was motherfuckers scrambling to get the bread together. But when they came and locked me up, they hit me with 2 bonds, $2 $250,000 bonds, bam. I said, it's through, I'm done. I don't know what's about to happen. I don't even know the particulars of the case. I didn't find out a lot of shit until I copped out. And then when I got all my paperwork, was able to sit down and read through the scheming and the shit that went on behind my back. Like, this shit was all made up, and it was no way to fight it. There was no way to fight it in a sense because my evidence was inadmissible at trial. You know what I'm saying? Which is, you got a female, and I'm gonna get into this, the culture of Hartford is this. The females grow up fast. Our nightclubs, the major ones, don't even check ID. Wow. These girls come straight out of fucking high school, get dressed up, going to the club looking like stars. Niggas fucking them left and right.
Young girls.
If any of these incidences was reported, all of them, probably 70% of the hood have sex offenses. That's just the reality. Because the females in our hood, they like no other females. These females are grown. You know what I'm saying? They way well ahead of you. You know what I'm saying? But anyhow, you got a female who tells you she's 18. She's got a 2-year-old kid. Lies about her age. She's in the club, fake ID, all this shit. You catch a case like that, and your defense, even in a police report, if an accusation is made to you and the female goes on record and says, I lied about my age, I told him I was 18, I lied about my name. You know that's inadmissible at trial?
Yeah.
With that case right there, if you was to go to trial with that case, you can't use that as a defense. So I would have got 20 years at trial. Then I would have had to go to trial again because it was 2 different times. I was facing 40 years. You know what the judge told my lawyer? This shit is bullshit. He said, I know this is bullshit. Tell him I'll give him 10 years suspended after 15 months. Which means that I'm sentencing him to a dime, but after 15 months he could come back out of prison and just serve the rest of his time on probation.
I ain't never heard of shit like that.
Yeah.
No, that's a suspended sentence.
Yeah, that's great.
That's Connecticut though.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's different
Alright, so
states
yeah.
got different stuff.
So they sentenced me to a dime suspended after 15 months. It was either take this, go to trial with evidence that's inadmissible, even though in all sight, and I don't want to take nothing away from the quote-unquote victim in the situation, but in a sense, I'm a victim. Because, for one, I had no idea, and all my police reports said, this guy had no idea. She lied to him.
Yeah, she lied. Yeah.
She lied. Point blank period. And when it happened, she was so sorry. She tried to say she wasn't gonna come to trial and all this. She's sending me all these apologies. I'm like, nah, I gotta cop out because I'm not chancing nothing at trial. I'm not talking no trial talk. When niggas told me my evidence was inadmissible, it was a wrap. So what ended up happening was, I ended up fighting this from 2010 to 2012 when I copped out. When I copped out and came home, and mind you, I'm still fucking with French all this time. When they first came to my mother's house looking for me with warrants, was a day I was on my way to the city to pick French up. We had a big release party at the movie theaters for our DVD, Cold Wave. And me and Sal drove up there and picked French up by ourselves. French ain't coming to nobody, because he was like, "Man, fuck niggas, just come get me." So I went to French house in Jersey, picked him up. On the way back, I'm telling him, like, "Yo, man, they just came in my house." He like, "Damn, man, it's fucked up." He like, "Yo, this shit gonna fuck you up." You know, I'm like, "Yo, I don't know what the fuck to do." You feel me? This is when he knows this shit. But when I came home, what happened was I started getting word that because of my case, the nigga didn't want to. He didn't want me to fuck with his brand, fuck up his brand with this puffy shit going on. But my thing is this, and I respect it, but he never told me this. He gets on the phone with me all the time. "Yo, what up? Playing, yo, we gonna get up. Never follow through with nothing. But then I hear behind the scenes, "Oh man, yeah man, I don't want to mix with you because of the case and all that, blah, blah, blah." That's all good. Tell me that though. As a man, I ran with you for fucking 5 years, my nigga. And on top of that, I'm partly responsible for the situation you in. I'm not gonna take credit for, you know what I'm saying? But I just know for a fact, when I look back on things, and it took me time to, everything to play out, and then for the success to come in and to see like, damn, this was our work. Our work really brought this shit here. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, when I came home, Max knew about my case, everything. Max hosted 3 mixtapes since I've been home. Max don't give a fuck about that case. Max, everybody knew what happened. Nobody in my hood looks down on me. I still walk around with my head high. When I did my bid, I was walking around the prison like Mayweather. Niggas was happy as hell to see me. Everybody knew I had the case. And you know how niggas with that type of case get treated in the day. None of that. Pure love. Matter of fact, niggas was pissed off. I had to call a couple people off from trying to do something to Shorty. Because niggas was really like, I was the ticket out the hood for a lot of niggas. So when this shit went down, and the reason Shorty did it was the fact that she thought I was signed and had a big deal. Because while this was going on, I got 2 vehicles wrapped up. One vehicle wrapped up with me, French, and Max on the side, and one big van wrapped up with just me.
So she's seeing that.
I'm in the middle of this is what I'm saying. So now, when I found out, when everything played out, and I found out the lies and everything, because back to the human trafficking shit, the detectives brought her to the headquarters in Meriden, Connecticut, to the FBI headquarters. You know what the FBI did? They took her in a separate room. She told them she lied about everything. She recanted her statements on everything. You know what the FBI did? In my paperwork, dismissed the case. I never knew this was going down. This was in 2009 that this was taking place behind my back. I never knew none of this investigation and all this was on me. I didn't even remember Shorty. I don't even know her. I'm not in cahoots with her or nothing, and I'm getting investigated for human trafficking.
That's crazy.
So now, fast forward, a whole year go by after that. This was September 09. They didn't drop a warrant for me for this other case for the same person, because they couldn't, I guess, when she recanted her story to the FBI, they sat on it for a year, and then they walked it in and made a case out of it with the state attorney out here, or the DA or whatever. It turned it into another type of case. Sex assault. We gonna hit him with that.
Crazy. Yeah, but we running out of time.
Hold up.
I know shit. I told you I had a lot of shit.
Now before we go, there's people know you live right now.
Oh, what?
Yeah, you live.
Oh shit. What up, people? I'm sorry, man, but I'm venting up here, man.
Nah, it's good money. How old was you and how old was the girl?
At the time, I was 29. I found out, because like I told you, And my police reports and everything is all documented. I wish I could brought everything. I was telling you, like, I should bring my police report. He's like, man, just say what you gonna say. You ain't gotta show me the shit. But I'm like, man, I be wanting shit to be validated. I was under the impression she was 18.
Yeah.
Point blank period. She had a 2-year-old kid.
Yeah, 2-year kid.
Come to find out, she had a 2-year-old kid and she was 15.
Wow.
But it goes back to what I told you about. I'm not trying to condone none of this, man. And tell you the truth, like I said, I don't even really want to get into it because I feel sorry for Shorty to this day that she even had to go through all of that in the situation. And I really want to be an example for a lot of niggas out here that you just never know, and to check IDs, man.
Yeah.
Check them IDs, because that's really what it boils down to. If you're not looking at a validated ID of somebody's age, they can tell you anything, and you'll find yourself with somebody trying to bust a move on you. And like in my situation, she got paid from Victims Advocate. I found all this shit out. That was a bag. You feel me? This was all like a planned bag, but what they thought was, they thought I had a big deal. I never had no deal. I'm just balling in the hood, living the life. It's a whole bunch of money around, but there is no record deal. What are you coming after? Mm-hmm. But that was the whole, like I said, it's deeper than that. It was a whole ploy behind the scenes. It didn't fall through. Wasn't no big money involved, and they feel terrible about it.
And real quick, because you played the ALPO song and people want to know the essence of the song. We're going to do it after this.
Okay. So,
Make it short and sweet.
yeah, I'm gonna make it short and sweet, man, because I tell you,
Yeah,
I can stay up here all day. There's so much shit I ain't get into. And I appreciate y'all, man.
No,
I'm telling you, y'all niggas gonna blow, yo.
Yeah.
Because anytime I fuck with niggas, when I think niggas is tough, I'm like, yo, the Beat 139, I can see these niggas being like the drink chant, all of that. Y'all niggas gonna make it to that level, man. I appreciate y'all for having me. I've been watching y'all for a minute, and I see y'all work. But the thing is, I had dropped that song July 4th. It's ironic. 2019. And I threw it out to District Kid. It's on all major platforms. And I call myself Hollywood Fergie because, you know, I'm from Chappelle Projects. I'm from Hunt Zone, Huntington Street. But people think I call myself Hollywood because that's the nickname for our project. But at the end of the day, it's because when I write my music, I try to be like a Martin Scorsese, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is how I be trying to paint pictures. And the ALPO shit is just a record, like, it's like the payday for a movie on record. You know what I'm saying? That's all, and like a piece of it. You know what I'm saying? Just a little something to vibe to. And I put it out in July, and ironically, that's when a little while after, he came out. Y'all posted a show on y'all show when him talking about the Rich Porter shit. I'm like, damn, it's crazy. I just did a song about this nigga, put it out. And next thing I know, he's following up, putting out his little shit. Yeah. And I thought it was gonna be something more coming. I see he falling back now, but at the end of the day, it was just like a movie script, yo.
How would
I'm not really invested into that. I don't like, in my hood, we don't do this snitch shit. Yeah. But in all reality, and I want to say this, I think judgment gotta be removed off this earth. Because at the end of the day, ain't nobody really judging nobody here, yo. That's in God's hands. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, judgment is not even supposed to be in the hands of man. So I'm not gonna sit here, and that's why I said if I my book the nigga good, and I don't condone no snitching shit, but at the same time, I'm not gonna be sitting around judging some man who just did 30 years. That nigga walking in his own fucked up mentality. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know this shit fucking his head up. Like, damn, I done killed niggas, I done snitched on good niggas, I done locked good niggas up. That nigga done had enough of his own pain. I'm not gonna sit here and judge this man. And I don't think no nigga should be judging Poe for the shit he did. Like, at the end of the day, that ain't even none of my business. I'm from Hartford. I did a song about it because I've always been a quote-unquote fan of the story. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really, like niggas from my hood, they did it bigger than Poe and Richie, these niggas in my eyes. We was coming, like, niggas from my hood was going to Dapper Dan, getting fly probably before these niggas. And to be honest, Dapper Dan said it himself. I don't know if you see that interview, but Dapper Dan said rappers used to sit out in the cars and the mobs from Philly and Connecticut used to come up in here and buy shit up, and the rappers would come in after and say, yo, what the niggas from Connecticut got to do? Come on now. So we already had swag, so I'm not trying to act like I'm a fan of Harlem. I'm a fan of Harlem first, but we was doing the same shit, and I always felt like Harlem was like a second Harlem. Like the connection between the Mecca and if you notice what 50 called Hartford, 50 in his new book that he just dropped, listen to his audio shit. He said, yo, Hartford is the Mecca of music. Hartford. You know what I'm saying? We put 50 on, we put everybody on over here. But as far as the ALPO shit go, I was just a fan of the story. Like I grew up, watched the Pay the Full movie. When them niggas dropped the Game Over shit, the documentary back in the day, remember I told y'all we was hustling shit? We had those. I flooded my hood with the story. I seen this shit way before this shit even turned into anything like.
So you was killing them with the CDs?
Yeah, we kicked them with everything, yo. Anything that was popping in Harlem that y'all was moving out here, I was coming out here, whether it was weed, whether it was CDs, whether it was movies, I was the plug bringing all that shit back to my hood and getting rich.
Right.
That's
So
what
if you tell them Park can't show you on, bro.
I'm on the beat 139, man. Really podcast.
Hey, confirm you're a hell of a dude, man. We learned a lot tonight about you, huh?
You ain't even learned to have.
That's it, yeah.
What y'all gave me.